Yeah, it's pop. Greetings and welcome to another arse-clenching version of Listenerland.
Hello.
The podcast that will keep you on the edge of your arse cheeks, dripping with facts and trivia nuggets.
Yeah, Wayne's got his nuggets to whip out this evening, so we're all right.
Right.
We're all right.
Excellent.
All freshly polished, ready for the show.
That will be later on.
Later on with H. With H.
Later, get away with
Later
that.
on.
Oh, you don't get away with no. Neither do I. So have you heard about the upcoming concert, the farewell concert of Black Sabbath?
I have.
Have you also heard that Ozzy won't be playing?
He's not playing at all now.
Sorry?
He's not playing at all.
No.
Oh, he must be in bad health then.
He's not. Well, he says he's not going to be able to, as much as he wants to, he's left it as long as he could, but he's no longer going to be able to fulfill his duties in that respect. He's not fit to play.
See that? I've not read that today.
Yeah, he's not fit to play. I read it yesterday. He's not fit to play. And part of me said, oh, shame, because it's all basically built around Ozzy.
He's been in gym for the last 3 months.
Well,
yeah, but it's not a singing gym, is it?
Trying to get his health back to something like.
And it's just beyond his control now because he's in his mid to late 70s and he's physically not able to do so. And apparently that's his problem. He's just physically not able to do it.
So, in a way, this is like a goodbye to Ozzy.
Well, it's not the goodbye he wanted, but it would appear that that's the only goodbye he's going to be able to give it. But
so who's going to sing?
See, the article I've been reading today was what it was. It was a rundown of how next Saturday's going to go.
Yeah.
And it was like who's coming on, what bands are on, how to get there, where to park. They've put extra trains on, who's going to be hosting it, and all this and other. And it never said anything about Ozzy not being there. It kept mentioning that Black Sabbath will be possibly doing 2 or 3 stints throughout the day.
Yeah.
Now, if Ozzy wasn't going to be there, it would have said something.
Well,
you've not had a text.
He might be there, but he's not going to be singing.
He's not text you.
He's not going to be singing.
Sharon.
Oh.
But the thing is, I've got two thoughts on this. And it'll lead me into something else later. If he's not going to play, I figured that they had to have a plan B from the outset of this because there's always a chance that he was not going to be able to be fit enough to do so. So there always got to be a plan B. And I suspect they always knew he was not going to be able to play because all this hype has all been based around Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
Sold tickets, didn't it? Black Sabbath would sell tickets.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
But Ozzy will sell more.
Yeah.
Knowing it's a farewell.
Yeah, and all these bands have got together. And plus this article that I was reading said that he's going to be trying to do something. What they're going to try and do is put a hologram so he's there in spirit.
Wait, is he not physically going to be there?
I don't get that bit.
No.
And I'm thinking, well, it takes more than a week to organise something like a hologram of Ozzy.
Yeah.
So has this been planned 6 months ago? They knew we weren't going to be there, so they got this hologram done for it? Or is this one of those fishing traps?
Possibly.
A fishing trap?
See,
yeah, it's nonsense.
Oh, okay.
But I've read it on 2 different sites.
Right.
It's the same article on 2 different sites, and the two sites I read it on are very reliable.
What sites were they?
Livewire and something else.
See, the one I was reading it on was Planet Rock magazine.
Right.
And in there it just gives you, it says how the day will pan out. Everything you need to know about next Saturday's farewell tour.
Yeah.
And it, like I say, it tells you train times, that they've had to put more trains on, more coaches on, how to park, how to get there, the run, the list of bands. Never, nothing mentioned.
It's the golden ticket, isn't it, as well? Because there's never been a lineup like this before.
No.
That's why it sold out really quick.
Yeah. And yeah, that one of the things, can you still get tickets? And answer one, no. This sold out within something like 3 hours or 2.5 hours of going on sale. And it's just all Black Sabbath, but it never ever once mentions
It's
that Ozzy
such-
won't be there.
There's such hype around it. There's such.
But there are another
They're
thing.
going to stream it live, aren't they? Like we were supposed.
Yeah,
They're going to stream it live.
20.
Oh, good. On YouTube.
No, you have to go onto their the website that's been set up.
It's going to be $30 in America.
Yeah.
£25 over here.
Yeah,
in UK.
$24.99.
Are you going to pay for it?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 6 hours long.
The only thing is I'm out next Saturday, so it's if
Can
you
you have a word with him?
It's if you can record it. If you can,
It goes an hour behind performance time.
no. What time does it start? 4, 3, 4.
2.
Is
12.
it 2? 12. Wow. Oh no, I'm going to be out. No.
Can't you ask Ozzy to just wait a bit and then until you're
What,
back?
do it Sunday.
Yeah, Ozzy, come on, mate.
If I can record it or watch it like it's a Sunday, then for 24 quid, I'd pay 24 quid to watch that. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Black Sabbath, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Rival Sons, Hailstorm.
Anybody any good there?
No, they're all crap.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch me through playing at bottom of our garden.
If Ozzy isn't going to be there, we should go
I
on to him.
don't think that.
Who would replace him?
Dio.
Well, yeah,
That'd
it'll be a
kick
job
some-
on.
That kick some stinks up, wouldn't it?
Well, he's dead.
Him coming back. No,
I don't know. I don't
Enya.
know. This is why I'm a bit like torn between is it true, is it not true? Because I'm a bit of a cynic on both sides because I fully suspect that Shannon's known they weren't going to be able to do it.
I don't think
So they created all this hype,
I don't
which
think that
naturally generated its own momentum.
Oh,
Stream
good.
it. They're going to make an absolute fortune from it. But it's not going to be there. But yeah, they might have a hologram of it. So that takes a lot of time to organise, doesn't it?
I don't think that's. I think that's like the Led Zeppelin tour. See, we're on social media again this week.
I need. This is where it's leading me to because
About Led Zeppelin have booked at least 8 tours, 8 gigs next year, 2026.
yeah,
It gives you a rundown of them again.
let me tell you something about these. And it's not you I'm having to go on. I'm doing it as a public statement notice for everybody out there. They're on Facebook, aren't they?
Some of them were and some of them wasn't.
You know the Dave Gilmour concert documentary,
Yeah.
and there's one
The
about
Netflix jobby.
and there's one about Robert Plant.
Yeah.
They're both fake.
Are they?
They're both fake. It's a phishing site that's going on to Facebook, and click the link below, and you can see a clip of the new documentary.
Clickbait.
So you click it, and they've got all your information.
I don't click them.
You've
Good.
been submitting all your bank details just to watch this clip.
Yeah.
I don't click them.
And that's what they are.
It's clickbait.
I spent
Clickbait,
2 or 3 days looking into them, and they're only they originate from Facebook, the shit pump of society.
Ooh, strong words.
Well, it is. It's just awful place. That's why. Do you remember when we were sat here and I says, "Well, how come I've never heard of that?" And he says, "Oh, how come I've never?" Do you know why? Because me and him aren't on Facebook. That don't mean that we're the smart ones. It don't mean that. What it means
I
is
didn't
didn't know
I didn't get that from
because they weren't on
Facebook.
Facebook.
I got that from Planet Rock.
Yeah, because they were running with it as well. Because they got caught out as well.
It were on
If you look at the pictures for the
Planet Rock Radio on news.
if you look at
That's where I got it from, and I was like, well,
look at Robert Plant one, The Voice of Rock, it's called,
I don't know.
and there's a picture there, and you'd look at it, you think, well, that's AI. It looks like a bad Photoshop, over-colorized Photoshop picture, and it's got this writing at bottom, The Voice of Plant, The Voice of Rock, and it's all bad font, and it don't look like, and it looks like an afterthought. It looks poor and tacky, over-colorized picture of it. Then you got the Dave Gilmour one. Same colorization thing again, over-colorized, and it's called something. I forget what it's called now. There is a documentary on YouTube, and it's about 30 minutes long. It's called The Battle for the Pink Floyd's Name, or something like that. That's just come out. That's quite interesting, but it's nothing you don't know. You know, Dave Gilmore meets, what is it, in Cambridge, and they all have a big friend. They go to Europe and busking, and it's all stuff, There's no revelations in it. It's just an history of, if you know that story, you know that story. If you don't know the story, it's a good little documentary. It's great. And it's the battle for the name. And somewhere along the line, Roger Waters says, I was wrong. I'm yet to get to that bit yet because I'm a bit bored. It's old arts to me. It might not be to them out there, this land, but it was just a bit old art. It's like bits and pieces together from all these different things. But the phishing scams, they're just collecting data. That's all they're doing. So this new Led Zeppelin thing, do you know, it's your algorithm that's working against you. If you're clicking on algorithms, if you're clicking on sites that's telling you about Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, obviously these are people that you're fans with. Then it's generating a site, this fictitious story, tempting people in. What exactly do they get from you?
Just data.
Just data.
It's like your mate, that Nigerian prince who you keep sending money to. He's not legit.
Is it not?
No, and that penis pump don't work.
Prince and Popo. Prince and Popo is not true.
It worked before I borrowed it, yo.
So Dolly Parton.
I'll give up. Never.
Dolly, yeah.
And Mötley Crüe.
Oh, he's good. Yep. Dolly Parton has collaborated with Mötley Crüe on their 30th anniversary of the re-release of Home Sweet Home.
Oh, yeah,
First done in 1985.
Well, that's 40 years ago, eh?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, he's got caught out as well, hasn't he?
With what? Dolly?
Vince Neil.
Oh, right.
Well, we've just been on about, all things internet. He's been chatting women up on X, and they have to keep telling him, it's AI, Vince, it's AI.
Yeah, apparently they got Dolly to do this re-recording of that track with him
I wonder
because
why Dolly?
Nicky Six and Johnny Five was on a rock album.
11.
What?
11.
11? 11 what?
Nicky Six and Johnny Five.
Yeah, they're on a rock album, so they invited Dolly to redo the Home Sweet Home.
I wasn't trying to be clever here, but your two were very slow. Well, don't pull the punches. What's Nicky Six and Johnny Five got to do here?
I don't know. That's what it said.
Yeah?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
Dolly Parton and Mötley Crüe. Who'd have thought that?
No.
Have you heard it?
You won't, would you?
No.
You won't put
Is
them
it out
together.
yet?
Well, I've heard a clip of it.
Oh, right.
The video is, it looks like she's done her video via webcam.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know, she's got that vibrato in her voice, which makes her sound old and tired. Like, it's just, yeah.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
But she's still...
fair play to her.
Yeah, she's still getting out there and doing the biz. isn't she?
Her version of Girls, 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 though, is very good.
Really? Yeah, but
Girls, girls,
Yeah,
girls.
well, Nicky Six, Johnny Five appeared on her album.
she doesn't need.
And
She doesn't need any
they
promotion. does she?
arrange
No,
her to
Neither
do
do
that.
they, really.
I mean, they do more than she does. She's got nothing to prove. They're
They're
trying to be relevant.
two different types of promotion, though. She's got established cred. They've got cringeworthy cred.
Is she doing a
And
Johnny
and your
Cash?
brother-in-law in America is going to hate me for saying that, but it's true.
Is she doing a Johnny Cash?
Sorry?
Is she doing a Johnny Cash? So
Well,
when
she
Johnny
is. This
Cash,
is female Johnny Cash, isn't she?
well, when Johnny Cash covered Nine Inch Nails,
but
hurt.
Yeah.
but that was a.
Yeah.
And who convinced him to do that?
Oh,
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin. Yeah. Yeah. I remember the story now. Yeah. Good track though.
Very good.
Was it Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah, it was a Nine Inch Nails song.
Right.
And that's like, you
Didn't
know,
they do? He did another one, didn't he? And that was. Oh, he did a covers album. And
yeah, the other one was
Was it?
Cheeky Girls.
No. No, it isn't.
Touch my bum. It is nice.
No, he did a covers album, and he went, I forget who it were now. OMD or something? Not OMD.
Well, he did a song with U2 called The Wanderer, or
No.
Bono wrote a song called The Wanderer, and it was very good. He did
Jesus.
it with Depeche Mode.
Depeche
Personal
Mode. That's what I'm
Jesus.
thinking of. That's the track I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
That
you're
is-
not thinking of Hurt then?
No,
Hurt's-
I'm thinking of
Hurt's
Personal
very-
Jesus. Personal Jesus.
Yeah, but Hurt as well from 9 Inch Nails. Is,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll know if I hear it. Yeah. That might have been off the same album, actually.
yeah, it was.
So?
So what?
No, it's going to be, I thought there was so there. He waited for a slight pause. He turned his page, crossed out what he needed to do, and then.
No.
He's always going on about that Peter Gabriel album, isn't he?
Oh.
So,
All right.
Hey.
It's good.
now that wasn't me being clever, but very slow.
There you go. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
So Sabrina Carpenter officially is in the UK music history books for her album Short and Sweet. Now, apparently, it's the longest solo studio album to stay in the top 5 album charts.
Longest.
It's now been in the top 5 for 43 weeks, passing Ed Sheeran, who was 42 weeks in 2021.
Hmm.
You know, that's.
Now this makes me
That's-
wonder:
It does, because.
how many singles has she
How
released
far back
from?
they're going? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how far back they're going?
Well, being as it's in history books, I would say
No, because
a
I'm
long
sure
time.
there's other bands that albums.
She's not a band; it's a solo
Oh, solo,
album.
sorry.
So-
yeah, that
What I said.
My question,
Longest solo studio album.
my question is, how many singles has she had from this album? Because and we don't necessarily need to know, but
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. So I was thinking of Oasis, Definitely Maybe.
Yep.
And you got Live Forever on there.
Right.
You've got Roll With It. You've got She's Electric. You've got Champagne Supernova.
Yeah.
You've got Rock and Roll Star.
Are they all for that one then?
What?
Are they all for that album?
Yeah, I'm thinking, were these all singles? Because why do I know them as singles?
Yeah.
So
They were, weren't they?
they don't mean that.
Yeah.
And Champagne Supernova is like a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
And you've got Slide Away, that was on there. So either that album was just so big that everyone just knew the songs, and they created music videos for these songs.
They weren't
Or-
singles, but they knew the song.
Well, but the thing is, I've seen music videos for these songs.
Oh,
So
There must have been singles.
they've had a lot of singles off that one album.
Yeah.
So is that how you do it? Do you get a lot of singles?
Well, that
You don't-
used to be
you
how
don't-
they did it.
You don't usually though, do you?
It used to be how it were done.
But if you look at
3 or 4.
if
The
you look at-
singles charts drove the album charts, because the album charts were non-existent really
Yeah.
at one time of day. They were going back now. And,
but you
and
didn't
all
get
it
but
was singles.
1994, we're talking here.
Yeah, I know. So you got all your singles charts. They used to produce singles in hope that you might go and buy the album. But that was like 60s, 70s. Then the album became the king. Then the king died, and then it's all like what?
Yeah, but you
just
didn't
how many
get
singles we
if
can
you
get,
bought an
how
album.
many downloads we can
If you
get.
bought an album, you probably get 3 or 4 tracks off it in singles
No,
charts.
sometimes not
You
even
might
that.
just get one.
No, you won't get as many as that. What
No.
he's just said.
It's very
Google.
rare. Very rare.
Oh,
It's going to be accepted rule, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot of number. That's a lot of
That's all the best
singles off of one album.
It's
That's
nearly-
nearly
it's
all album.
hits. Yeah, it's nearly all the hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one missing.
okay. So
Your favourite.
they had 4. 4 singles released: Supersonic, Shaker Maker. Didn't realize Shaker Maker was a single. Live Forever and Cigarettes and Alcohol. So that means
All the others, like you're pointing out, they're just
they're
people
just
know 'em.
just really solid album tracks.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but you can't know what they did.
Mm.
They were massive, weren't they, at the time that they were around, and everything they touched went to gold.
I don't know.
Everything they brought out just went
I
boom.
don't know what you've read about them, but is it true what I've heard that they're actually touring? They're actually being rehearsing separately.
Don't
They're
know.
having separate studios. They're
I
having,
don't think I haven't heard that.
No.
they're having separate
I've not seen.
They've only met once. They've been on the same stage at the same time together.
But photos, but
That just sounds like a great story, though, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? That's the problem.
But
We're getting so much fake news.
In practicality,
It's big. It's big.
in a real circumstance, what band would ever be able to successfully rehearse that way?
No.
No.
It sounds good.
It sounds good. It adds to the hype, doesn't it? Oh, I've just spotted something on that shelf. And it's not the maraca. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to.
I don't think it's charged.
Oh, it might be. I don't think it actually ever did charge. It went on batteries. Oh, it's there. Look. Stylophone.
In case you ever need to do Space Odyssey.
Yeah, you want one of them.
Yeah.
Or is it Starman?
Yeah.
You don't need it, really. You can just do that.
Yeah, who promoted them?
Well, this particular model.
Yeah.
The 1986.
Well, I'll give you a clue. Can you guess what it is yet?
Stylophone.
Rolf Harris. Rolf Harris.
Excellent piece of memorabilia on your shelf. This.
Yes,
Thank you.
this is not an endorsement to Rolf Harris, by the way. Sir Hans a lot. Just is what it is.
Nice
But
piece of memorabilia.
I saw on that bank. I saw a meme the other day. What made me chuckle?
Okay.
So I'm contemplating whether I can even play it down the mic. I don't think I can. So the meme was a picture of a topless man, oiled up, playing a saxophone with long hair, like really passionate playing a saxophone.
Right. Okay.
And the caption at the top was, okay, right, so we're recording a theme tune for a hospital for injured pets, right? Injured pets. It's called Animal Hospital, and they're like, got you, okay, music director. Right, really over the top, sexy saxophone.
Sexy saxophone.
Missing the brief completely.
Tina Turner's.
Tina
saxophone.
Turner's saxophone. Imagine Tina Turner's saxophonist.
Yeah.
Saxophonist.
Saxophonist.
Playing,
Not a pianist.
playing a saxophone solo for an injured animal hospital. That's so like early 90s. Yeah.
Nice meme.
Thanks.
No, you can't play.
I feel like Wayne wants to say something.
He's trying
No.
He's trying his best not to, I think. He was trying to distract himself onto his paperwork.
No, I was just looking to see what I've still got.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, also, are you aware that Brian Wilson died?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Bit of a shame.
82.
Yeah.
He did well.
Yeah, it's not a.
That just reminded me, see, because we were talking about Animal Hospital, and I know that he likes pet sounds. So.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, the other person, famous musician that died at the same time.
Well, I know that the composer of Mission Impossible has died.
Oh, I didn't know
at
that.
90 something.
No, I didn't know that. I'm thinking it's more of a Sly Stone.
Sly Stallone.
Sly Stone.
Like Sly Stone, Family Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died, didn't
Of
he?
Sly and the Family.
Old Funky.
They were both 82, strangely enough. Must be a key age, 82. So if you're 81 and 3/4, bear that in mind. So 82.
Our demographic.
No. And Brian Wilson, he was a strange one.
It was a card. He had a few issues.
He had
didn't
issues. He had to stop touring in 64, 65.
God only knows he had issues.
I'm not going to go down that one. I'm not going to. No, because I can't.
Because God.
But he was the Sly Stone. I've read about it since his death, and I've just what a complex character he were. They're both sort of child prodigies. They're multi-instrumentalists.
Yeah.
They wrote all sorts of songs, although some of the writing from Sly were a bit, keep it down a bit, lad. But I don't know what year it was, but they had this hit, and it was like advocating, go out and get your gun, go out and get your shotgun. There's a riot going on. It was in Christmas #1.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Yeah. But they both had issues. Do you remember? Now, back in early 70s, You two don't remember. But back in the 70s, you're very familiar with the Beach Boys sound, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember hearing this track, and I think, and this, the Beach Boys. Well, it sounds a bit like the Beach Boys, but that singer's not the same. It's really odd. It sounded really odd. But I really like the track. It's called Sail on Sailor. And I've always liked the track. And it went till a few years ago, I realised, I found out, it wasn't any of the regular members of the Beach. Well, it was a regular member, but it wasn't the member. It was Wilson's that sang, or a bloke called Mike Love that sang, but it wasn't him. And his name kept dropping up after that, dropping up. And you should know him because you've seen him. You're not seen him physically, but you know of him.
Yeah.
Blondie Chapman.
Blondie Chapman.
He sung that song, Sail on, Sail on, Sailor. Blondie Chapman, they called him. And he was a session guitarist, and he got friendly with them, and he ended up being like their resident guitarist when they went out on tour. Blondie Chapman played on The Streets Have No Love and the album Dust Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. And he did the Live at the Beacon.
Live at Beacon.
Yeah, he played then for your man Bonamassa.
Sure.
Yeah.
I might have seen him then.
Do you know any other Bonamassas? Sarah Bonamassa?
Mr.
Bonamassa?
Mrs.
Oh, is that what you call it?
And,
Is that what you mean?
and sister.
You call me Mr. Bonamassa?
That's his dad.
That's his dad.
Ah.
Mrs. Bonamassa is his mum. And Sister Bonamassa is his sister.
But I always thought, I knew there was something wrong about it. And it was just that one track he sang. He only ever sang that one track from Blondie Chapman.
Blondie Chapman.
Do you know that track? No Love on the Streets. The solo on it is, for me, I know you're a fan, and I'm not picking on you, but I am. It's horrendous.
Strong words from a strange man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is it so bad?
Yeah. Did you say yeah?
No.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's everything about him that people point the finger at. Even he says. People accuse him of overplaying and playing around 12 fret too much. And it's just playing around 12 fret. Oh my Lord.
This is Bonamassa, is it?
Yeah. Sorry, Wayne, but I have to point that out because it's just. I listened to it when I was reading about this Blondie Chapman. Oh, I'll listen to that track. Yeah. Oh my Lord, stop it, will you? He just doesn't know when to stop. Does not know when to stop. Overplays like mad.
I'll have a listen to that tomorrow.
Please.
I will.
I know you'll say it's brilliant, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a great track, but he just spoils by overplaying.
On a similar subject, I've got a question for you.
Go on then.
Who in 2012 did an advert for Burger King?
The Burger King.
Burger King?
2012, I'm going to say...
Shall I give you a clue?
Is it a solo artist or an act?
He...
Bon Jovi.
Oh, get a bit away. He was part of a band.
Bon Jovi.
But you could say his actions at the time, he was very much thinking solo. Because the band were not into this. They weren't into the avenue he was going down. And it's America. And he did American Idol.
He's an American Idol.
He did.
He was on American
Yeah.
Idol.
He was a judge on American Idol.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch it.
Steven Tyler from
Really?
Aerosmith. So he
Really?
was a judge on American Idol. And
Yeah.
Aerosmith at the time were not into this. Like,
No,
why are you doing this? And he did an advert for Burger King where he's serving people burgers through a drive-through hatch.
Oh, he was serving?
Yeah, no, he's like, hey, you heard about this new burger? It's a little bit of Tyler burger.
It seems a bit out of character to me, though.
Oh, bloody awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He didn't need the money, did he?
It's called money.
Yeah, it is called money.
I think he was trying to make Aerosmith more relevant.
By being a Burger King endorsee.
What, saying that Aerosmith...
I mean, it was tongue-in-cheek,
burgers?
but nevertheless, he was doing an advert for Burger King. Weird. So we've got a picture of him up there.
He's up there,
And it's a bit disappointing now.
Yeah, take him down.
Hey, burn it!
Hey.
High five, Tyler.
What you got, Wayne?
I've got Marilyn Manson.
No, start with so.
So, Marilyn Manson.
Thank you.
The shows that are due to be in Bournemouth, Christchurch, and Poole are trying to be cancelled. Yes, by the council.
Oh, right.
Because of his lawsuits, where he's accused of rape and domestic violence, although the charges was dropped in January, the council is saying, perhaps we don't want that type of person around here. So they're trying to cancel
that type of person's been cleared of charges.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
But they're still saying, perhaps we need to cancel the shows.
They want to stop being so
but
woke.
But if he's not
cracking up for a beer,
if he's not guilty,
if
he's not guilty of him, he's been,
it seems to be.
We don't want your type round here. You've got a bad smell.
Charges have been dropped. Then he's not done out in the eyes of the law.
It is bonkers, and I completely agree. But I would like to round this episode off with something more bonkers.
Well, Sweet Dreams are made of this.
Eurythmics.
No.
Sweet Dreams.
Yes.
Marilyn did an excellent cover of it.
Right. I didn't know that. Yeah. Mariah Carey. Right. Doesn't believe in the passing of time. She doesn't acknowledge or believe that time exists. And on that note,
goodbye.